Good evening, everybody. Should we give this another go? So it is 8 p.m. It is, what are we on? Is it Wednesday? Tuesday? Don't know. It's pretending to be Sunday, that's all I know. So good evening. Let me know whether you're here, whether you can see me, whether this is all working, and we will give this a go. So I'm just going to go over here and just double check myself. Okay, going to be nice and calm today, everybody. Going to be nice and calm. All right? Okay, we're zen. Are we feeling zen? Is everybody zen? Okay, we're all zen. Yeah, I won't go on about her, obviously, after everything that went down. She's doing okay. We've got the right people on it, so hopefully we'll get some answers as to why she keeps getting poorly, and we're struggling to get her better before she gets poorly. But either, I'm not going to tempt fate. She's next door. She's running around with Daddy. Everything's fine. So it's all good. So let me just say a quick hello, and then I'm going to get straight on with this and not tempt fate by mucking around too much. So good evening, Rose. Good evening, Emma, Cass. Hello, Ben, Angie, Debbie, Sammy. Hello, Laura. You said you weren't here. Yeah. How are my adrenaline levels doing? I'm trying very hard to just. Okay. Especially as you know what these lives are like. They're an absolute bugger for just binning themselves off and stuff. So this is why I don't do many of these, okay? Because they just screw me up completely. But I know you guys like seeing them, and they are kind of fun when they work, which is almost never. So hi, Belinda. All right, so shall we do this? I know we're 1 minute to go, but I thought I'd just come on a little bit early and let everyone find. Yeah, we still have one 8-inch cake. Can you see it? It's been under wraps for 2 days. I've got some buttercream that's under wraps, and I've got my picture. And we'll try and put it together. There we go. Hi, Sean. Right, are we there? Is it 8 o'clock? I probably shouldn't. Shall I just shoot the breeze for a couple of minutes? Maria, hello. You see, I'm totally chilled. Total zen. Can you tell? Zen. I am zen. There we go. Look. Here's a picture. Have a picture of a sheep. That's zen. That's very zen. One very zen sheep. Baby lamb, because it's Easter. You guys asked for a baby lamb. Good evening, Iris. So this is our baby lamb. Okay, and this is our 8-inch cake. Hello, Deb. I think that was Jan just running up there as well. The comments are all coming in at funny angles. Hello, June. Yes, from Ontario. Oh, bless you. Thank you. I know there was a couple of people who were like, where did you go? I had to leg it. My little one was being dramatic. But we're here. We're good. It is now 8 o'clock. Right, I can legitimately get on with this, can't I? I can just do it. I just want to get it in the bag and done, and then it'll all be good. So what I'm going to do first. All right, I'm going to show you this again. Notice my daughter has written all over the back of it. You know, she's everywhere, isn't she? Here. This is our round. Now, this isn't quite a round, okay? So if you want to spend a bit more time doing this, then perhaps an oval, or you need to start from a square and make an oval. But we can do it out of a round, okay? We'll make it work. So we're basically going to use 3/4 of the cake to make the body and this back leg, and then this quarter of the cake to make the front head, the only head. All right, so I'm just going to do something, okay? It seems like the easiest way. Right, so shall I do it in the small knife? I do hate these little cakes. Okay, so back leg. Let's do it in here. So this is imagine cutting our cake into quarters, okay? So you've got shoulders, body, back leg curving in, and then you get this quarter left for the head, okay? So if I cut something like that, straight down there, and then I'm going to cut this quarter, you see, it's ever so slightly longer. I haven't quite cut in the middle, because I just want to give us a bit more space for his head. Okay, so that is that quarter there. Now I'm just going to quickly put some buttercream in. Get out. Okay, so but that's essentially the shape I wanted to show you. Just say that I will not see all these comments running. So if you're asking a particular question, other than how's Ishana, hello Karina. Oh dear, we're amongst royalty. Karina is an awesome cake artist. I don't know what you're doing floating around on here. But nice to see you. If you have any specific questions, I generally don't see the comments going up. So just write them anyway, and then either the gang, who all these lovely people here, will come and answer it for you, because they're very good at doing that, or I will scroll along later and answer anything, okay? So if you have a question and it doesn't get answered, don't panic, I'll come back to it, okay? So let's just put a bit of buttercream in, okay? I know you guys are going to do this all properly, okay, with proper buttercream and all the rest of it. I'm literally just flying because we do this silly thing in and out, don't we? So that's going to be his head. And I'm just going to stand up, sorry. And I'll just get the body done as well. I know this is the boring bit, so bear with me. Oh, sorry, this cake's been sat here for a couple of days now. And so's the buttercream. Do I normally pre-fill these? I can't remember, it's such a long time since I've done one of these things. Alright, you get the idea. Ooh. Put that back in. That's going to be fun later, isn't it? So there we go. So right. So what we're going to do, this is our body, this is our head. We'll just turn the head the way he's going to go. Actually, let's turn the head this way because we've got the slope going down. So that's going to be his head. Just going to move his head off for a minute, okay? Let's sort this body out. So what we're going to do is we need to create this back leg. Big knife, little knife, problems again. Okay, let's do it. So the whole body's too high at this point, okay? So we just need to carve it down a bit. So I'm going to go all the way around. I'm going to stand up, see if I can do this. Sorry, look in my middle half. Whoops. Hang on, the chair's attacking me. Alright, this is too high. So let's get it carved off. So the back leg's coming down here. Going to curve that back leg down. The back leg drops down here. We get this bit off. This is where we start throwing cake around. And then we're rounding off this back end, okay? So we're rounding off all the way around. We're going to take some of the height off the middle of this. Because they're quite low, these animals. I think people make a really big mistake when they leave too much on. They just think that animals are a lot fatter than they are. When they're laid down, they're not really that fat at all. So this front leg drops down. I'm going to need to find my groove. It's wandered off somewhere, so bear with me whilst I just sort of get the flow going a little bit. This is his curved back. And then this is where his neck's going to come round. And then his head obviously tucks back in here. So this is the front of the, is where his hip comes in. So we can draw a hip line. Little hip line coming in there. And then this is where his back leg curves in. So let me show you on the picture. This is this bit here. So we just create the hip line and then we just need to create this. You can see here you get like this is his bottom and then this is where his leg joins on. So we're coming in here and creating this bit here. You see, so at the moment it goes straight down, we just need to push it back a little bit. So instead of that going straight down there, I'm going to just bring it in here like this. Okay, so I'm just curving that body shape back. That can stay there, that's his bum, that's fine. His little cheeky tail comes off the back there. Still feels a little bit fat here, because he's only a baby, isn't he? So let's get a bit more of that weight off. So you've got the hip coming in, hip line, back leg curving in. This is going to be obviously the forelegs, the front of his legs. This bit can stay as it is. And then we're going to put a head in here. So let's take this front edge off here, just because it's too much of a harsh line that we don't need. Make sure we've got this depth actually coming in, because otherwise when you put your buttercream you won't see it. Alright, and then I need to carve a head shape. So let me put his head back. Now the reason why I turned this round, okay, is that the highest part of his head, if you look at your picture, the highest part of his head's here at the back. And then it curves down. It's almost like a cone shape, okay, a triangle. This is a triangle shape, yeah, with the wider bit at the top. So it makes much more sense to have our headpiece that way around. I mean, it's too fat, it's ridiculous. So, but at least we start with the highest point. So let's take some of the, in fact, let's triangle it first. I'm using the word triangle loosely, okay? So it's wider at the back, narrower at the front. So let's put that one there. And we do the same on the other side. You see it's sort of wider at the back, triangular at the front. Okay? Far too fat, okay? It's massive. You look at the size of the body compared to it, it's far too high. So we know the narrowest point is the front. So if you come up to your first layer and then just whack a great big piece off the back and then curve it round. Okay, there we go. So you've got your sheep skull, sheep shape. The other thing is just it's a bit hard on the edges, so let's just soften it in. Remember, animals are really soft, okay? You've got to get these edges off. But that's kind of your lammy little face going on there. And that is it. That's all the carving you need to do. Look, it's done in like, 3 or 4 minutes. Even less if you've got your head together. Which I have not. It's ages since I've done a live. Alright, let me just double check the questions for 2 seconds and then we will move on. So we've got our shape going. Right. Hello, Nikki. Sorry if I'm saying hello to people twice. Serena, Nikki, Geraldine, Carol, Lydia. Just do it. I'm doing it. Avril, Pauline. South Africa. Oh, okay. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Kanya? Do you pronounce the K? Kahanya? Oh, down with COVID and thought it's a heart. Oh, sorry, Karina. Rubbish. Anne missed the beginning. I didn't do anything. I just had a slight panic attack. It's fine. Cake Zen is wonderful. Occasionally elusive thing. Yeah, no, awful, isn't it? I make it look so easy. I don't, honestly. My brain is screaming right now. But it's all right. I'll get into the flow. It'll be fun. I'm already getting there. Right, so there we go. So we've got our little lamington. We need to crumb coat him. Hello, Wendy. And I've got 2-day-old buttercream. So this is going to be messy, but you get the idea. So I'm just going to wazz on a quick crumb coat. This just feels slightly too high. It's going to give us a really, really big hit that we don't want. But I'm going to pop on the crumb coat. Also, whilst I'm at it, I don't know, you can't see that, can you? That feels just a little bit deep. If I show you that side, it looks just a little bit deep. So I'm just going to take up a little bit of this bit because we have to put it on his leg, don't we? So let's just take up a bit of that. Hey, there. Right, I'm going to do the little crumb coaty bit and then we'll get onto the fun stuff. So bear with me a second. I will not do this properly. Remember, when you're doing this, you're going to do this with plenty of time. Not in a rush. This is a really nice little, well, hopefully, depends if it's any good, but just another nice little one of those 8 inches. You know, exactly like the Persian cat, if any of you have done the cat, the fox sculpt, it's all very, very similar. See, I'm now mad at myself that I didn't warm up this buttercream a little bit before doing this. It's okay, I'm just taking it slow. So I'm never going to get this covered. You're going to have to just go with it, I think. Or a hot knife would have been good. Can somebody get me a hot knife, please? Put it down the internet for me. Just trying to get this crumb coat on. This is where we need the elevator music. We developed a thing, didn't we? Either an elevator music or spray on buttercream. I'm just wondering what I can get away with. Alright. Or how about a blue Peter Here's one I made earlier thing? Oh no, that kind of ruins the hour game, doesn't it? Right, I'm giving up on that. So I don't need it. Okay, that'll do. I can get that done. With that, stunningly crumb coated. As you can see. Oh, that's hot. That looks terrible. Oh dear. Right, okay, never mind. Don't care. Okay, so we've got some crumb coat-ish going on. Oh, let's get this out of the way. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move his head out of the way and we'll cover his body. Come on, head. You go over there. And we're going to cover his body. I need a bit more. And then we'll worry about his head in a minute. Okay. So, just get a bit of icing sugar going. I can't see the comments, so hang on. So I've got about ½ kilo here, okay? So it's really all we should need. Let's just go back up. Oh, yeah, the most awkward position today. Let's get this going. So remember, when you've got more time and you're not doing this in a fast sculpt, obviously get that nicely covered. And if you've got enough time, do let it set up, okay? It's a lot easier to work with cakes where the buttercream's set up. I know once you get into much bigger cakes, you don't really have a time, or you don't really have a space, do you? But if you can, if you're working on a small cake and you've got space in your fridge, it's always a lot easier if you let your buttercream set a little bit. So I'm just going to roll this out. So we're just going to cover the whole of his body. What time am I on? 15 minutes down. So remember, you're wanting nice soft sugar paste so you can texture it so it's nice and slow drying. Don't use anything too fancy. I've made a leaf shape. Clearly I've got plants on the brain. Is that big enough to go over, do you think? Should we try it? Let it gather in the front, okay? Because it'll be easier to cover it if you do. So leave a bit of extra in the front here. Don't forget to find this line here. Okay, so there's your back leg coming in. I'm going to put this line in here where this leg starts. We'll do the leg in a minute. This is where the head's going to curve round. Okay, let me just cut this off. I actually haven't really worried about smoothing it because our sheep's got quite a fun texture. So anything that looks knobbly and bobbly actually works for our sheep. So. Alright, so let's put some legs on. Now I know this feels weird, but we're going to do it this way around because then the head goes on. So I'll just come back to you guys for a second. Let's just see what's going on. Oh, we've got Kylie from Australia. Julie. Lynette, you found us. I know you were looking the other night, weren't you? And I'd run off, so sorry. Right, let's just pop some legs on, so we'll start to see what it's supposed to look like then, hopefully. I know it'll be headless, but at least we'll have some legs on. So this is the front end. Just going to try and show you. Some. So I'm just rolling. I'll show you here, I suppose. I'm just rolling a big sausage. They've got very simple legs. Oh dear, high risk territory. If anyone's watched before, they'll know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to bring this down to a point here, okay? So this is the hip, and then we're coming into a point here. And then this is going to basically be, I think, the equivalent of the elbow. And I'm going to put this one across here. So this goes quite a long way, okay? They've got quite long legs, these little lamb guys. Maybe a little bit less. Something like that. And then let's cut it to the point here. So that now becomes his back leg. I'm just giving it a little blend in. We will texture it all, so we're not going to worry about the other leg because it's under his head somewhere back here. You could put it in here if you wanted, but we don't need to do that. I've got a very simple hoof here. I'm just going to use the back of my knife to create for now. There's back leg, and we need 2 front legs, okay? Just going to tuck this under. Again, obviously when you do this, you're going to do a nice sandy board or a grass board or something. I'm just giving you the basic shapes here to play with. Right, let's do 2 front legs. Okay, so exactly the same as you've done with your back leg. Only this time we need to bend them in half because you've got, so there's your back leg running there. That one we've done. I've left it a little bit out at the minute because we need to put his head in, but we'll move that back. We're going to create this one, which is the same as this one, but we're going to have a bend in it. And then this little one tucks right under here, so you can almost not see it, but it's kind of there, so we'll put it in. It's exactly the same game. Remember guys, this is just a free, fast silliness. If you want the full kind of game, I've got loads of online tutorials now. So this is just mucking about, trying to give you something quick and easy to get going with, to have a play. Sorry, I'm just doing getting my sausages going. So we've got one there. Now the hoof tucks underneath somewhere, so I'm not going to worry about that because it's somewhere under his head. I'm just going to put it like that. Okay, let's just work this one in, and then we want a knee join. So you push your fingers there, you push your fingers there, and you get a knee join. Well, let's put that in there. That's going to be the second one. So that's his front leg, and we've got exactly the same thing, but we only need this knee join here, okay? So we'll do the same game. But we won't worry about the front of the leg, we won't worry about the back of the leg. We're just going to do that little knee join. Exactly the same. If I show you, got a long piece like that, just fold it in half, pinch the top in. I'm trying to do it so my hands aren't in the way. Pinch the top in, pinch the bottom in, and there's his little front. Looks like some sort of random chicken now, doesn't he? Whoop. Okay, do we want to put another leg in? You won't see it, but it feels a bit weird having a 3-legged. Shall I just put a hoof in, just so that if you want to... Lee from New Zealand, you're all over the place tonight. That's crazy. Good evening. Oh, everybody's here. Sorry, so I'm just going to put another, just in case you wanted to do this, but like have the head off the front, okay? You just need another little hoof. So let's do the same game. This one, I'm just going to take off the top bit there, and it will sit in here somewhere. Can you see? So if you wanted to play a different shape and have 2 hooves, you'd have the second one in there somewhere. He's also, because he's a little lamb, he's got a cheeky little tail on. So I know this is all back to front. It might feel a bit weird doing it this way around because you've not got the head to work as a comparison. But given that you've got to put your head on top of everything, this kind of makes more sense, doesn't it? I like to think. So cheeky little tail comes in there somewhere. We will texture all this in a minute. But should we do the head first, seeing as it looks weird without it? So how am I going to do that? I think what I'll do is, shall I just push this off the back a little bit, hopefully not lose it completely, that'd be terrifying. And let's pop his head on here. Can you still see that? Let me just double check it. I'll check the comments whilst we're doing that. Good evening, Sylvia. None of us like big hips. Oh, honestly, it gets worse by the day. And the more the kids annoy me, the more I eat. Laura's caking. Karen's in New Zealand as well. Yeah, Lynette's coming and hanging out with us. It's the joining the legs I have problem. Find it hard to think of where to put the join in. Well, this guy, he's got texture, so it doesn't really matter. As long as it's kind of generally at the front end, you'll get away with it. Yeah. That's it, I've gone. No, Maria, you haven't. We're not doing trotters, they're not pink. Anyone who wants to know what they're sniggering about, please find the pig, the piglet tutorial on YouTube. Over 18s only, for sure. Totally accidental, but it happened, so there you go. Right, here we go. Enough of that nonsense. Let's do his head. You can see that, right? So I can do it. I'm going to have to ban hooved animals if you lot can't behave. I'm just going to work this up. Okay. Southampton here, not quite as exotic as New Zealand, but you know, we'll take it. Carrie, we'll take it. Hang on. Going to have to work a neck in at some point, which is going to be slightly traumatic, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll work it in off his head, actually. That's a good idea. All right, here we go. So let me just... Oh, there's cake everywhere. Just going to roll out his head. So we said his head was kind of triangular-ish, blunt at the front though. And he's got a very cute little nose. Now my one's got floppy ears. Now I was going to do a different one that had non-floppy ears and start mucking around with cocktail sticks, but you know what? I'm not tempting fate tonight. I'm not playing. So I've got a floppy-eared one because it's easy to do. But obviously, if you wanted to do an uppy-outy ears one, you just need a big pair of skewers. And run them underneath each other. Use your modelling paste, set your ears up. Remember, they look like calla lilies, or if you've got a leaf cutter or a petal cutter, they'll make perfect ears. And then a little bit of water on a skewer, okay? And that'll sort it for another day. Right, let's get this head covered. No, okay. Breathe, Hannah. Okay, we need to just do a couple of little bits on his head. Okay, so let's put a couple of little eye sockets in, which is going to be fabulously easy when I haven't done the buttercream properly. But again, this is just to get you guys moving, to get you thinking, oh, if she can do that in an hour out of nonsense cake and nonsense buttercream, maybe I can do it too. He's sleeping, right? I'm not daft. Sleepy one. I'm getting really hot here. Why am I doing this in a jumper? So I'm in the conservatory and it was freezing, but now I'm being boiled alive. There you go. So let's put some eye sockets in. Upper and lower together because he's sleeping. And then let's put on a little bit for his nose. So I think what we'll do is we'll do two side pieces. I know I've sort of not got the best angle for you to see this, but I'm going to do two side pieces and then I'm going to put a little bump on the top. Hopefully it'll stay on. Take my jumper off, but I ain't wearing nothing underneath, and that's something we really don't need to see. And then let's put a little piece on the top, flattened in, just so that we get that nice kind of like blunt front to his nose. You see? And that's where his little nose will be. That needs to stay on. All right, can I cover it yet? Oh crap! Come on. Note to self: need to put more buttercream on the face if you're going to put things on it. Stay on. Right, I'm going to cover it before it all falls off. Whoopsie. far too big. Let me just cut it down a bit, 'cause it's just silly. Watch me go and cut it too small now. Alright, here we go. Right, I'm going to just fold that bit under and see if I can't create a bit of a neck with it. I know you can't see because my hand's in the way. I often wish I had see-through hands. It'd make life a lot easier. Can I just have a look at this from the front a second? So you've got a neck shape coming in there. Got that, let me just cut it out. Oops, sorry, stabbed you in the leg. Sorry, Lammy. Alright, let's try and position this up before we put anything around his head. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to put this on here now and pray. Now we can use our legs underneath to help support it. Let's go back with it a little bit more. I'm going to put a little bit of paste underneath just to give it extra support. If you had that second limb a bit further forward, it would probably do it, but let's just put that in there. Okay, and there I created his neck, you see? Alright, I'm going to move him back so that I can reach him to start with. Okay, so now we need to do a couple of things. Oh, rookie error there. By putting that on, I'm going to really struggle to get to his other side of his eye, but never mind. Alright, I'm going to start mucking around with some tools. Okay, 3 tools that we're going to need. I'm also going to put a little bit of water. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'll get away with it. Okay, so let's put his eyes in. So again, he's sleeping, okay? So we just need to... What am I doing? Let's start with that one. I'm just going to put a ball in just to start it off. Guesswork. And then I'm just going to open his eye up. But I'm not opening it up, I'm just putting a line in. Okay, same on the front. So your flat edge tool, trying to get it so you can see it a bit, is going to come in like that to create that those nice little nostrils, and then straight down the middle. And his mouth you almost can't see because it's obviously tucked in. The flat edge tool just to create his nostrils. We can use the ball tool just to come in and give him a bit of detailing. Give him a bit of a cheekbone coming in. So again, eyes shut. So we just have the little ball, the middle ball tool in the middle, and then just a sweep because the eyes are shut. Obviously, with a lot more time, you can do a lot more. Right, fur. Let's do some fur. Hopefully this will save it all, and then we'll stick him some ears on. Okay, so fur, I've got this tool here, okay? It's a silicone end tool, it's flat like a chisel tool, absolutely beautiful for doing fur. And it's going to be, you'll see it if I start here, lots of circles really, but kind of like broken circles. If it cuts too deep, okay, so if you think it's too textured, you can just rub your hand over it and half the texture will come out. This will take me a few minutes. So you want kind of little short stubby circles. Can you see, like almost like waves? I'm going to just bring this up here because I can see a bit of cake, so I'm just going to tuck the fur in. So it's like creating waves. And if you feel it's too much, just tap it back with your hand. I like doing texture, it calms everything down, doesn't it? So all that not smoothing out and stuff is playing in my favour now because it's making it all bumpy and textured. Again, if you think it's too much, just tap it back in. So the reason why I like these silicone tools is because they create a different shape each and every time. Okay, anything that's rigid is going to just create the same shape over and over again, and that just doesn't look natural. So I know my hand's getting in the way, but I'm just going to try. So it's just loose and round. The head fur is a little bit less pronounced, isn't it? So let's just go a little bit gentler on the head fur. Again, I'm running at massive speed here. Starting those curves as it goes up the head, I think the fur then starts building up again. Again, you can take all the time to do this, okay? I'm just trying to put the building blocks in place for you, so that you can then take this off and do your own thing. We have to go a bit harsher on the texture here because we've got to blend in where the neck hits the body. If you get yourself stuck here, by the way, guys, put a bow on him. Put a bow on her. Great big pink bow here. Great big Easter bow, you know. Don't get caught up in, you know, silliness. Trying to get a perfect blend where the neck is. If you're struggling, it's an Easter lamb. Stick a bow on him. Okay? So, but look, we can do it. We can join them together. A bit of water would probably help here, if you've got it. So we can join in the neck area. And then texture. Oh, doing this at speed is ridiculous. Ah, I'm going to lose it. You know, I should have thought this through, because if I'd have thought it through, I could have got a bit of pre-coloured yellow and made a really cute bow and made myself look like the boss, but never mind. I think today I should just be happy that we have a cake. Oh, are you bored yet? I'm bored. Okay, so I'm trying to show you just lots of curvy, wishy, wavy stuff. Nice and tight with the waves. But oh, I've just said tight and loose all at the same time. I know what I mean. So you want the actual curls to be quite tight, but you want the overall kind of like pattern to be loose. You don't want big waves like that, I think is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I'm so bored. Okay, here we go. Hang on, almost there. Am I there? What time is it? 20 minutes to go. Have we done a calf yet? We've done a deer, haven't we? The deer runs like this as well, you know. I think we did a deer and it's very similar. You know, there's so many of these cakes are very similar. I sort of feel like I'm cheating half the time by showing them to you because they're all the same. You're just tweaking the face and like doing different fur treatments. Is it there? Can I pretend it's there? Shall I put a little bit on here? I don't know what you can see. Alright, I'm just gonna, let's deepen that line in, which you can't see. You see him? Okay. So what I need to do now is put a couple of little ears on. Let's just narrow that down a bit, make sure he doesn't get too, because he will get very calf-like otherwise. So let's put him a couple of ears on. Oh, let me try and just see if there's anything anyone needs to. Oh, don't press the wrong button, Hannah. Ah! It would take me 8 hours to get to this stage. Ah, oh, what? No pigs. I used to have sheep, so I'm glad I didn't do lambing season anymore. We're trying to keep you smiling. You obviously have the shape in your head and can translate it to cake. My head doesn't work that way. I've been doing this a while, June. But it's here. Look, what is it? Look here, right. You see it? Where is he? There. Triangle head. And then the body curves round. I think you probably have to just do a couple and then you realise there's lots of very, very similar ones. I tell you what, if you look on the internet, I guarantee someone has been daft enough to stand over a sleeping sheep or something and taken a photo, and then look, you've got it here actually, you don't even need it. I've been daft enough. I'm showing you from the above. You can see that round shape. All animals curve up like that. The only game is some of them do it slightly longer. So if you've got a long animal, like an Alsatian or something, you won't be able to get a curve this tight. So at that point you start from a square and then cut an oval. But it's all very similar, you know. I suspect you worry too much when you should be sculpting. Sculpt more, worry less, I think I've said before. I'm just hand cutting some little ears. I've got hiccups now. That's helpful. Alright, so he put his little ears on. I'll try and get these to stick. Hang on. So the ears, if you can see, hang quite low actually. They're actually on the level with the eyes, so you don't want to put them in too high. And obviously, if you want to do uppy ears, it's exactly the same. But, so there's one. They're actually longer than that, aren't they? Gosh. Always go right down to his feet. So that's one, and the other one's on the inside somewhere, isn't it? So let's do the other ear. I've now got sticky hands, which is helpful. So you all see how this starts from a simple 8-inch cake, yeah? There's nothing fancy about it. You just did 3/4 for the body, you turned 1/4 round, and that became his head. So any animal that you've got that runs that kind of game, so your cats, we did it with a deer, we've done it with the fox, works beautifully well with it. You can play the same game. Is his ear up there? Should we put it up there just for effect? It's not going to stick, is it? Stick! And then there's obviously a little bit of texture on his ears. There, texture tool. There. Ball tool, blending. Texture tool. Play the game. So let me see, hopefully without ruining it. I just want to try and show you, if I can, what I've done with this eye, just so that you're not going away without seeing. I know that's mucked the light up, but hang on, let's just see. Can you see? Just bring it around again a bit more. So that's what the closed eye looks like. So you've got your ball tool in just to get the kind of the start shape. And then I just drag the line up. Alright, so one last thing to do, because he's pretty much there, isn't he? Super fast. Is, I have a big thing about white animals, as anyone who plays around. Remember, if any of you guys that are from all over the place, if you're not in my sculpting group, have a look on this thread right at the top. There's a link to my sculpting group, and I chat on there every day, usually just lots of silliness, the occasional useful thing, and I bang on an awful lot about the fact that white animals are not white. Quite clearly see that is not white. So hopefully somewhere around here, and I have a horrible feeling, yeah, she did, hang on, causing more trouble. My lady ran off with my paintbrush, is we're going to put a little bit of dust in. So I've got, these are just petal dusts. These are rainbow dust. I don't know if you can get them all over the world, or it's just here. They're rainbow dust simple range, but have a look at any of your edible petal dusts, okay? I'm just playing with his face shape, because I've got time to do that, honestly. Petal dust. And you're going to put some brown on, tap it off so it's not too aggressive. And we can just start dusting in some of the bits. That's why I didn't bother about this bit of cake here, because he's got muck on his hooves. So what you're going to do is come in, it's very dark, and use your dust. So we need a little bit of pinky dust around his nose. I'm going to do this darker than I need to, because I know you don't always pick it up on the camera, do you? So it's got a little bit going on around here. They will always have a little bit of staining in their eyes. And you'll just start bringing this thing to life, okay? It'll stop looking completely flat. Go around his nose. And then I've got a little bit of pink dust. Now the pink, I find the pink dust is crazy pink. So I always mix in some white, which Kaz will love, because they're looking at making it illegal, but I'm going to hold on to it until the day they tell me I can't use it. And you can just dust in the end of his nose. And again, a little bit in those eyes, even though they're sleepy eyes. And it looks to me as well like you can see a little bit of the pink in his ears too. So, and I think that is about it in an hour. It's just ever so slightly annoying. It's not the best angle to show you. Let's just try it and bring it up a bit again. I'm just going to let this do it. Let me have a look and just wait for it to turn round. A bit more. So there you go, you can see the back leg comes under his head, the front legs literally bending themselves, but you get some nice cheeky little knee joints. And then the rest of it just looks like it does. What do you reckon? Right, let me just clean up here for a second. And then I'll have a read through some of the comments. Oh, there we go, we did it. No dramas. No drama llamas, just a little lamb. Again, obviously this is super fast. You are going to take your time with it. I'm just putting it that way. Does it look cute that way? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, Karina, you're just looking at the wrong one. Some of these others have been really cool. This is such a fast one. Yes, it's Sainsbury's. This is so cute. I may have to try this one. It's yeah, dead easy. Really nice one to do. The tools are great. I've not used them. Yeah, I love them. Absolutely love these tools. I use them every single day. And today I put down a lot of money to have the next ones made up. So the next ones are going to be even cooler. These ones just kind of, these started me off, and now I've got the confidence. The next ones will be absolutely amazing. So really looking forward to those. Elevator music, blah blah black sheep. Yeah. No teeth marks. Let me just double check. I think I should have a cake off of my little niece when she's coming to stay on the Easter holidays. We could each do one in the same time. Yeah, that's the thing. That's all this is about, okay? I'm just trying to teach you to not overthink things so much, and just give it a go. And then you can do other more fancy stuff and stuff, okay? So this is just super fast, super easy, and you can make a really nice Easter cake for friends, family, and all that. There are so many comments going. I also think this screen is frozen because my hands, look, are here. They're not over there, and yet. So I can't turn that around anymore. The ears could hide a multitude of mistakes. Yeah, always like ears. And I say, if you can't get a decent neck join going, stick a beautiful bow on it. Yeah, the tools are on my website. Absolutely love them. Couldn't be happier with them. They're just so everything I've ever wanted for all these years. So that's cool. Sculpting group. Have a look at the link at the top of the page for the sculpting group. Bless you, Nikki. Kaz is hoarding super white because they're going to make it illegal. Right. Yay, no dramas and a slightly crazy lamb. But, you know, we did it in very fast, so he's all good. Lamb counting. Yeah, totally awesome. Thank you, Jackie. Again, I don't know how to pronounce Ellen. Am I pronouncing that Eleni? Eleni. Does that sound better? Sorry, guys. Hello, Tiny. Where are the templates? You don't need a template for this, Geraldine, for goodness sake. It's just a... In fact, I can do it for you. You know the Persian cat? The Persian cat template will do this. There you go. Insider tip. So your free Persian cat, just go and look at it, print out a template, you've got a lamb. Yeah, I always think sculptors, they do need to be huge. I'm just doing this for the time. Realistically, it needs to be full size, doesn't it? You know, if we're talking honestly. It's just 85 new comments. What are you all doing? I can't keep up with them. Yes, June, it is a lot simpler. Okay, so June, welcome. This is the whole game with me, okay? Is like, this stuff is not as hard as it looks. I know this is so fast, okay? But if you jump on the website, there's the Persian cat tutorial. You can grab it for free. That talks through much slower, and also because the Persian cat is the ginger, there's a whole airbrush side of it as well. So there's a lot more to be done, but I'm just trying to break down barriers here so that everyone stops thinking that this is a scary, terrifying thing they can't do and they come and play. It's basically just pimping out sculpted cakes because I'm addicted and you need to be addicted too, okay? Are we good? Yeah, Shana, yes, hopefully she's in the right hands. Right. Guys, I need to lie down. Where's Canberra? Canberra? Is that? Oh gosh, I don't know where that is. Geraldine's. Okay, cool. Right, that was it. I'm really pleased. I've still got 9 minutes to go, but I need to go and have a lie down. That's just my adrenaline levels are going crazy, and I need to clear up. So can I bring him over here? Let me show him. Because look, he's quite cute. Where is he? Please don't fall off the board. No, hang on. Where is he? There. You see? He's quite sweet, isn't he? Gonna lose him. There. Look at that. Cutie. Dead easy. Alright. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for joining me again, especially after the trauma of Sunday night. I will see you on the group. Come join the group if you're not in it, and the rest of you, I will see you on various classes or whatever it is we're doing next. Okay, take it easy. Bye.